Hey everyone, this is Tosh from TechByTosh. Microsoft 365 is actually packed with powerful features. There are some hidden features which can save you tons of time every week. In this video, I'm going to cover 6 features that can actually save you time. Number 6 is a lifesaver, so make sure you stick around for that. Let's start the video and see what those features are. Number 1 on our list is Microsoft Outlook application. Let's see how we can save you time by enabling a special feature within Microsoft Outlook. Let's go. So let's talk about this scenario. You might be in a position where you have to reply to different users with emails, setting up meetings with your manager. You probably will be writing emails to different users every single day with the same message, different date, time, and location. Rather than typing the same email every day, you can type the email once, select the contents, click on the Insert tab in your Outlook, and then click on Quick Parts. When you go to Quick Parts, you can actually save this selection to Quick Part Gallery. You click on that and give it a name, for example, Meeting Bookings. Next time, when you compose an email, all you have to do is just open up new email, go to Quick Parts, and select your meeting bookings, and you have your text ready. This will save you tons of time typing the same email over and over again. You might be replying to emails every time and saying, "Hi, thanks for your reply." You could save this text as a quick part, and every time you reply to this email, just put in this quick part. Move on to the next one. Do you write a lot of documents? And are you tired of typing into the documents? Have you thought about just using your voice and start typing into your documents? That's exactly what we're going to look at. Let's see how to do that. So I've got this document and typed in the purpose. This document outlines the objective, scope, and use of Microsoft 365. Purpose statement using a voice command. I'm going to enter into a couple of lines, and to use your voice command and to type into that document, what we're going to use is we're actually going to click on the dictate feature on the top right hand side into your Word documents. So you open your Word document, click on dictate, and then click on voice. It's already started listening to me. So this document outlines the objectives, scope, and use of Microsoft 365. It provides guidance for users to ensure consistency, compliance, and effective implementation of Microsoft 365. Rather than typing it, I've used the voice command, and it was pretty fast and really easy to transcribe from my voice into text. So it can save you a lot of time. If you're tired of typing, you can just use your voice to type into the document. Let's move on to the third one. Let's do some magic in Microsoft Excel. We want to create all the graphs and charts without writing any formulas or any code. It can save you a lot of time. Let's see how to do that. On my screen, I have this Excel table. Within this table, I have different products which were sold in different regions by different salesperson on different dates. I want to know how many sales I've done in a particular region on particular dates and how many items we have sold. Rather than writing formulas and creating charts, it's a simple click which can give me all the charts I need. All I need to do is highlight my table. Once you have highlighted your table, you have to click on the Home tab. So we are on the Home tab. Click on this feature called Analyze Data. It gives you different pivot tables and charts. For example, this particular chart tells you units sold, price, total sales by the date. Another one which gives you how many units sold by one order ID and how many sales we have done till date and on different dates. Click on Insert Chart and put it on your Excel sheet. If you want to see more results, there is at the bottom, there is actually show all 40 results. You can click on that and it gives you all different sorts of charts. You don't have to write any formula. If you want to change the colors or the text, you have full flexibility. All you have to do is select the chart. You can change it to whatever you want. You can change the chart types as well. If you click on the chart type, you can change it to a different type, right? from the top without writing any code or formulas. Move on to the next one. Are you trying to write a PowerPoint slide and stuck on some design ideas? Why not let AI work for you? Let's see how to do that. Right. So I have this PowerPoint open and I'm going to create a new blank presentation and I change the layout to title and contents. I'm going to write my header here, which could be why Microsoft 365 is great. I have some bullet points that I wanted to add, and you might also want to add a picture or a graphic. I'm going to insert pictures and try some stock images. That's a nice looking chart and click insert. It comes on top of the whole thing, but you can slide it down. On the right hand side, it has produced some ideas for you. If you click back on home and click on design suggestions, the AI works for you. It gives you a lot of different design ideas that you can choose from. You can scroll down. You can basically say, okay, there are some cool ones. It gives you different icons. You have all these designs created out of the box. You can click on see more design icons to go through different ideas. If you like one in particular, you can further refine those designs. For example, let's say I like this one and I click on picture format. I can further format it. There are different tweaks you can do, but you don't have to think about designs. Let the AI work for you. It can create nice professional looking designs. All you need to do is add your text and images. Sometimes whenever we browse a website or an article, we want to save that article. Maybe we take a screenshot and save that into a document. That could be a little time consuming for people who are regularly taking screenshots or snippets. With this particular extension, it can save you a lot of time. I'm talking about using a OneNote extension, which can save you a lot of time. Let's see how to do that. So on my screen, I have this extension called OneNote Web Clipper. This extension is available for Chrome or Edge. You can add this extension in your browser. And once you have added this extension, you can actually use it really easily. Let me show you how. For example, if you are browsing any article, I'm on a Microsoft's website, and I really like this page and I want to save this page. What I need to do is just click on this little icon. I've pinned this extension on my browser. Click on that extension and it will then ask you, what do you want to clip from this page? Do you want to clip the entire page, or is there a particular region that you want to clip? You can just highlight that particular region that you want to clip or a bookmark. But that's a quick demo, right? Let's say we want to save the whole page. The location where you want to save it is the location I chose. Once I've done that, I will just click the full page and clip. So the clipping is now saved into my OneNote. If I want to view what I've saved, I can click on View OneNote, which opens up the OneNote and gives me the location where it saved the clipping. I basically have an entire page. So I don't have to open different applications, take a screenshot. I can do everything from a browser itself. All right, let's move on to the next one. Ever been into a team chat where everyone is typing an update at the same time and it kind of turns into a mess? I can drop a live task table into a team chat and everyone can update it in real time. It's like a mini project tracker inside your team chat. Let's see how to do that. So I'm logged into Microsoft Teams into a private channel within the post section. At the bottom, I'm going to start a new post. I will click on this loop icon, which is at the bottom. Right? I want to write down some tasks and status updates so that everyone from this channel can collaborate on this real time. So I'm going to click on this loop. I can create a checklist. I can create a task list. I can create a voting table. I can create a normal table. I just create a normal table and I want to call the first column. I want to name is, for example, task. The second column could be assignee. We can add a third column by clicking on this button. Let's just say we call it status. So task is to basically create a SharePoint site. SP site. and assignee is Brina, and status is in progress. I can create another task, create a team site, for example. This is assigned to Peter, and this is in testing, right? I just post it. This loop component is now posted. Everyone who's got access to this channel can update these things in real time. If you are working on a project, nobody has to keep sending updates in comments, and that becomes really messy if you have to collate everything. If Rina has completed something, she can just go back and say, okay, that's completed. You can copy the components, see who has access. All of these people have access. It's a private channel where this has been shared. I can click on the loop paragraph, for example. It opens up the loop for me. Now, on the web version, I can see this is the task that has been created and Rina has completed it. It's real-time collaboration on tasks. Loop can be really handy. You can add paragraphs, loop components, and have everybody work on those in real time inside your chat. They don't have to open Loop or any other applications. They can directly work from the chat itself. Which one of these Microsoft 365 features was new to you? Drop a comment below. I love hearing from you. If you want more deep dive tutorials on Microsoft 365, hit the subscribe button and click on that bell icon. If you need any particular topics that you want me to cover, put that into the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.